Mr. President, I think we've discussed a lot on this bill. I know we've got some amendments on that that I think are good, but I'm only going to make probably 4 or 5 points, and they will be quick because there's just some things in here that I think need to be pointed out, maybe a little bit reiterated. The fact we talked about how much the land is being bought here and how much land the DNR is supposed to manage but can't manage. And while I was discussing that, I got a picture and a message from someone that has shown where the DNR now is blocking off accesses to public land. And they're refusing to let people go in. And we've seen this in the past, and we've had to fight it and get them to open up those accesses, but it looks like we are in for another fight, because this is what happens when the state takes over and starts mandating what the people, the citizens of Minnesota and the citizens of the United States are supposed to be in charge. And what we've seen now in this bill and in others is that more and more authority is granted to the agencies and the people are being left out. And so we need to take that into consideration. I've dealt with the DNR on these issues, and I've even seen where they have tried to mandate crossing private property, and people had to get lawyers and law enforcement out, if you can believe that. Law enforcement had to come out and stop the DNR from going onto private property, and yet at the same time they're blocking access to public property. And we hear a lot about public property and how great it is. Well, now we've got state agencies stopping people from going in, and so these things need to be dealt with. They just need to be dealt with. These things are supposed to be available to everyone. And I did have some more points, but I think the late hour, I'm going to skip some of them. But I do want to just say one more thing about this. Out of the $192 million that's in this bill, $192 million, and this is only partial bill. We'll get the full bill next year. Roughly half of that is going into personnel, professional service, and contracts. And so for the people that believe that all this land is going in, or all this money is going into doing protections that they think that they're going to get, it's not. And I've seen the restorations portion of this bill and the good projects that are done in restoration. And we just eliminate so many of them when we go with the land purchases. And so even though there's been some very good amendments on this bill, and I'm going to assume they're going to stay on there, I still won't be able to support it. Simply because there's just too many things in it that I don't agree with. But it's been a good discussion, very good discussion. And I'm actually surprised that we had as much discussion as we did, but I'm happy for it. So thank you for the time, and I hope you consider not supporting this bill because of the land purchases and some of the other issues that are in it. Thank you.